Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Okay, it works. Nice. All right. Hello. Somebody. Okay, this is going much better than the last stream already. That was kind of weird. I was talking to myself for like a good 7 minutes last stream. Um, Honestly, for this one, I kind of just want to jump right into it. This is the big one, the last Namco museum. I don't need to explain it. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to do this. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just jump right into it because I don't really have much more to say. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's jump into Namco Museum Volume 5. Hello, hello. There we go. What's up? I kind of feel bad, you know. It's kind of a sad occasion. Um, I feel like some people were definitely looking forward to these every week. Why do the graphics look so blurry? Did I do something? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to fix this on stream. Don't tell me the final stream is gonna be ruined because it's got a filter of it. Bought a copy of Tengai based on your suggestion. It's fire. Yeah. What was it? Was it like the Switch version? Um. I love how goofy Zandra looks. Oh, the Xbox One. Pac-Man's having an anime fight with Metro Cross Man. The dragon. I actually don't know the character's name. Okay, okay. My worry wasn't true. The graphics are still pixel perfect. Pixel perfect. I will admit, I think this museum. Yeah, this museum design is a little lame compared to the other ones. Look at this though. That's cool. Uh, uh, Jittery PS1 textures. Yeah. Okay, I feel like at the end, I don't want to rank every. So I want to do a separate stream just to finish. This will not be the last Namco Museum stream because I already know how long these go on for. I want to do a separate stream next week where I rank all of the museums in every game. That doesn't mean I'm going to rank in every collection. You know what I mean. That doesn't mean I'm going to rank every game. I don't know if I want to rank every game. But also, now that I think about it, it'd probably be fun to rank all the intros. That would be fun to do. But yeah, for now I'm just focused on just doing this. Doing volume 5. Hey, you ever play that Turtle Maze game on the P1000? I think you're talking about Turpin on the PV-1000. I've never actually played a PV-1000 game, but I got that footage from somewhere else. I linked to it in the description of the last Obscurities video that I talked about that game in. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's stop dilly-dallying. I am ready. So what game do you guys want me to start with this time? I put all the games in the description this time. Also, the music's different in this one. Is this... I think this is different music. No pictures. I think no pictures, that's new, right? Was that in the last one? I don't remember. Yeah, is there a release of Turpin on a new... I don't think Turpin... I wonder who owns the rights to Turpin, too. Because... Okay, it seems like its last release was on the PV-1000. I mean, you can just emulate it, but... I don't know. I don't know who owns the rights to Turpin. That's interesting. But yeah, it was the no pictures in the previous Namco museums. I actually don't know. Anyways, once again, okay, whoa, I'm getting used to this. This is way faster than the other ones. Okay, is there a run button? There is a run button. And we're already moving really fast. Okay, yeah, this is the one with the spiral staircase. I kind of forgot that it was just this one. Like, the layout's, like, it feels weird playing these in order like this. Because, like, the layout's, like, similar to volumes 1 and 2. But not really. It's weird. I mean, I played the arcade version of Turpin. I didn't like it very much, but I kind of just prefer Frogger, but yeah. Also, this art is really nice and clean. Also, a Bero, and a thing from Libble Rabble, and I actually have no clue who that is. But yeah, let me know what game you want me to start with first. We got Metro Cross, Baraduke, Dragon Spirit, Pac-Mania, and Valkyrie. I'll need to learn how to navigate this museum. I guess this museum wants you to play certain games in a certain order because there's like different floors now. Huh. Okay, yeah. The Legend of that is lazy. That is lazy. They didn't even edit the poster or anything. That is... I forgot about that. Okay, so the question is Metro Cross or Pac-Mania? I'm not very good at Metro Cross. I'm just gonna let you guys know right out the gate. So it might be good to start with Metro Cross. So there's so much going on. It's sensory overload. The liminality is gone. Metro Cross, okay. And then I guess I know what to choose each time. Yeah, this one's weird. Everything's different in this one. Oh no, we're back to the slow loading again. I don't know if I want to look at everything now. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to look at everything for this one. The loading's just a little too long for me. Metrocross. Metrocross. Oh yeah, you can... Oh, Pac-Man, he fell on his head. Oh, he hit the skateboard. So much to interact with. It feels weird. You could jump. It's like... You can jump again. It's like Pac-Land in the previous one. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, let's just play the game. Is it Namco? Not yet. This won't be the last Namco Museum stream, but it will be the last of these I play. I'm not doing Encore. It's actually started, it was a night. I spent a little bit of time outside earlier today. It's not, I am a sunshine feeler. But now it's like all, cloudy and stuff now. Kind of depressing. Yeah, it is weird that they changed everything just for the last entry, but I don't know. Alright, I have not played Metrocross in a long time. Once again, this is another one where I'm just going to be stumped. Alright. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No, no. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, no. Get it. Oh, you got it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, you got... Like I said, I knew I was gonna suck. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm not even gonna make it past it. Oh. Oh. I was so close. The graphics for this game are, like, really nice. Once again, this is another game where you just immediately game over. Yeah, this, the graphics for this game were, like, done by, Hiroshi Ono, who did, like, most of Namco's Golden Age games. Okay, I don't know why I'd... Ooh. Nice. Okay, immediately I pick back up. Oh man. Okay, that was kind of... That was kind of... Oh, there we go. There we go. 1985. Unless you're talking about the collection, which released in 1997. It's crazy. They did this for like... They released this whole series in like, what? 14 or something months? Something like that. Because the first one released in... Oh. I didn't need that speed up. In like November or something of 95? I could be wrong. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm doing terrible again. Oh. Honestly, Metrocross, great time. I'm playing terribly. I'm so close. So close! Oh my. Every time I am so close, I'm right at the end. I actually like the visual style of Pac-Land. I don't... No, this doesn't look like Zaxxon at all. Actually, huh. Now that I think about it, I've never really thought about the history of, like, tiled checkerboard graphics in video games. Because, like, I think, you know, a lot of that originated with Space Harrier. But this game, I think, came out a few months before Space Harrier. Hold on, let me check. Got my trusty laptop beside me. That is... Okay, yeah, I have not mentioned the next video yet in this stream. Editing it is going smooth so far. After I unfortunately deleted it. Now everything is going much better. But, yeah, I'm not trying to hold back what it's going to be about because, I mean, if you're one of my patrons, I don't know if any of you are watching yet, then you already know what I'm going to be talking about in Monday's video, but, yeah, I'm going to be talking about blazing lasers and gun neck, and, I went through a lot of trouble to make this video, so I hope people watch it, you know? Yeah, this came out in May of 1985, so it came out a little bit before Space Harrier. Hi, I just wanted to stop by. Okay, usually I don't read, like, the chat, like, out loud, which I know is kind of a bad habit, but, like, when you're... I feel like watching these streams after the fact has to be, like, incomprehensible, but this is kind of a long one, so I'm going to read it. Hi, I just wanted to stop by and say I'm a huge fan of your vids. Haven't been able to make it to the Namco Museum streams, but they're my absolute fave. Can't stop collecting Namco stuff. Well, thank you. Is this game inspired by the movie The Running Man? Well, let's look at more release dates. No, not the 2025 one. No, that film came out in 1987, so no. The book came out in 1982, though. Maybe it was inspired by the book. Yeah, I'm working on the deleted video. Like, I immediately after I got done with the Sengoku Ace video, I was like, I have to get this done. Yeah, I'm really nervous about this video now, honestly, just after having deleted it. But, like, this is something I've wanted to, like, this is, like, probably the most passionate I've ever been about any video I've ever made. So, I hope you guys check it out. What Bondi properties do you know are like? I mean, I like a lot of the stuff that they own the rights to, but you know, they're not necessarily their properties. I like a lot of those franchises. I don't know, not really a big Bondi. Like, I'm not really a fan of Digimon. I have respect for Tamagotchi. That's definitely before my time, though. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it could be based on The Running Man. Um, just kind of has this sci-fi dystopian storyline. I'm shocked that Metro Cross is not part of the UGSF. Like, it fits in perfectly. Okay, you guys have been watching this demo footage more than you've watched me play the game, but yeah, I played enough of the game. I like Metro Cross. I'm not very good at it. I don't like getting on here just to suck at games, but yeah. Bandai Namco, Bamco, or just Namco? It's better to call them Bamco now if you're specifically referring to like their entire like if you're just talking about like Namco in general, then I guess Namco. But if you're talking about like Bandai and Namco like combined now, I'd call them like Bamco because you know you're talking about the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. You can't leave out Bandai, and I just tripped over the thing on complete accident. Anyways, yeah, Metro Cross, cool game. I'm probably gonna rank it surprisingly high, even though I suck at it in my overall ranking at the end. But yeah, I don't. The museum's fine too, I guess. These weird little teleporter things freaking me out. Anyways, I guess what this is just a waste of space. Why do we have these rooms just to go to the museum? That's really annoying. This is kind of a stupid layout. Like okay, you know what? I am gonna complain about this. The game selection here is pretty good. I've been pretty excited to do this just because of the game selection. But the layout of the museum is awful. Like, why are there different floors? That's so stupid. Did they even put any thought into, like, where the games were placed too? Was there, like, any intention behind that? I don't know. But, like, this is awful. Just give me all the games at once. I don't know. I don't like this change. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the charm of these games has to do with their whole dated liminal space look, and this also sucks a lot of that charm out too. But whatever, we're gonna play Pac-Mania since it's the other one in this room. Oh yeah, you gotta eat all the fruits. That's so annoying. All the work you gotta put. I will say I do like these different rooms though. I don't know. I need to stop complaining. I like these. This doesn't even look like a fake room anymore though. Like there's not. These don't feel like they're in a museum. Okay, I guess I'm gonna complain a lot about these. I don't know. I don't remember this. Bandai would never want their name to be like. I don't know. Bandai really likes their name. Oh look, power pellet. Oh, I'm gonna scare the ghosts. Is there a Pac-Man game on every single one of these? I think the original Japanese version of Volume 2 doesn't have a Pac-Man game. But yeah, all of these have at least one Pac-Man game. Okay, it's funny how the purple one wasn't even scared. What is that? Oh, that's a clock. Okay, I swear I recognize that character, but I don't. Isn't that like the witch from the cartoon? Oh. It's the witch from Pac-Man 2. Okay, yeah. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, I like Pac-Mania as well. I actually really like Pac-Mania. Not having Pac-Man is like Nintendo not having Mario in their collections. I mean, Nintendo never does stuff like this, though. So, I mean, whatever Nintendo does collections, they mostly do franchise collections, not really overall company ones. Honestly, it's mostly these arcade companies that do that. Oh, she's also in Pac-in-Time? I need to play Pac-in-Time. I've actually never played Pac-in-Time. I don't know why. I know it's based on, like, what, the Fury of the Furries? Also, the Pac-Mania logo is strange. Why is it like an American flag? Is that like... That's weird. Anyways. Let's go have fun with Pac-Man. Now let's go to Blocktown. Oh, guys, this looks like Legos. Why'd they rip Lego off? This is just Legos. Actually, it's a reference to a toy Namco made. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Okay, I think this maze is almost... It's like a simplified version of like the original Pac-Man maze. This game actually looks pretty good for 1987 standards. That was the same year they released... Oh no. That was very close. That was... Okay, the controls feel oddly delayed. It's to appeal to the American attitude. They got to give Pac-Man angry, bushy eyebrows. I mean, Greg Martin did do Pac-Man art in the 90s, so... Oh, what is that? Oh, they give you, like, extra power pellets. Also, they get less effective every time you use them. Oh yeah, there is Lego Pac-Man now. I forgot about that. Okay, I have thought of making a video that no one's gonna watch, but like, I don't know, I just felt like making this video. And it's just an idea, it's one of those ideas that just lives rent-free in my brain. Like, making a video about my childhood Lego collection. I don't really talk about, obviously, covering so many video games that were made before I was born. You know, I really don't cover a lot of my Gen Z experience. And I feel like I could do that with that video. That's kind of... Legos like retro games, kinda, right? You know? I mean, look, there's Legos here. Or Lego here. And, yeah. They have more bits! Okay. Okay. Jeez. See ya. Okay, I don't know if I'll keep playing after this, but yeah, you guys get the gist. It's Pac-Man, but it looks like this. The Lego world isn't the only world. There's like multiple levels in this game. Bits honestly don't matter. I mean, I don't know. I feel like explaining this, and I saw a video. I didn't actually watch it because I'm like, wow, this is very lowest common denominator. Like, honestly, this is not an insult to like the person who even made the video. Like, this is just the insult to the fact that there even needs to be an audience for this video. But I saw like this title for this video. Oh, it's the Namco number. I ate 3 ghosts and got the Namco number. Anyways, title of this video was like, how can I mean, you guys have probably seen it around too. How can 2 8-bit systems have completely different looking graphics? And it's like, why does this need to be explained to people? Like, not... They have different architecture. That's... I'm sorry. Does this Namco Museum game end at a high note? We didn't have to say end twice, but I don't like the game selection's good, but this is easily the worst like actual museum here. It's like it takes too long to get into the museums. There's a lot of stuff I don't like here. Also, I guess another thing I should point out that I didn't point out earlier, this game introduces like a lot of new ghosts. And okay. Oh yeah, I forgot you can jump. Ah. Okay. Honestly, the only isometric games I can stand are like slower paced PC games. I don't know. I mean, this isn't as bad as like a full-blown isometric platformer like certain Sonic games. Now, I was joking about the comment typos, spelling N twice. It's okay. I come across as mean sometimes when I'm making jokes. When people think of 8-bit, they mostly think of the NES and Master System. Still, do people... Okay, I should say, do grown adults need it explained to them why two 8-bit systems are different? You know? I don't know. I guess for, like, kids, I guess, yeah. But, like, even as a kid, I grasped that, like, video game consoles had different architecture. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. Yeah, no, what I was saying, I'm not really a big fan of, like, isometric action games, you know? But this isn't as bad as, like, a full-blown, like, trying to do platforming. But I don't know. Yeah, anyways, let me pick up the power pellet again, for those who didn't see that, for those who weren't here earlier. Yeah, I feel like they kept running out of ideas for Pac-Man museums here. I don't think so. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like people genuinely do understand that. I mean, I don't think people, any grown adult is questioning why the NES and Master System have different architecture. I don't know. I don't think it's me assuming everybody like gets this niche thing. I don't know. Yeah, that was one thing I was going to talk about earlier. It's really annoying how like the Dreamcast and GameCube were like, they kept the whole bits thing going. They're like, we're 128-bit, which is not true. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if that video, I mean, that video probably covers more than just, you know, I think it had the SG-1000 like on the thumbnail. But yeah. Okay. Where's Baraduke? I'm an idiot. I forgot where Baraduke was. See, okay, this is what I'm talking about when I say I do not like this museum layout. I cannot find Baraduke. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna find Baraduke before I ask you guys what game you want next. Remember how simple it was in the first 4, where you could just walk in and see all of the games? Oh, Baraduke is down here. Okay, I guess I'll play Baraduke. You know what? Yeah, I get the game is... This time, the game itself is gonna... The layout of the museum is gonna decide the order more than you guys, I guess. Yeah, I think if people are enough in the sauce to know what a master system is, they probably understand this stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you understand what an 8-bit system is at all, like, I don't know, if you just... I don't know. VR Namco Museum. I mean, we don't even have to wait until 2035 for that. We should get one now. I think the general population should be more educated on... Okay, I feel like we're going to get into like a really deep argument about like education in the general public. Like what should we expect out of people when it comes to like general intelligence? I don't know. I don't know. No, I will say, I do think genuinely, if you know what an 8-bit system is, I genuinely think you already know. Okay, why does that look like a puka? No, I don't want to keep like doing collection. I have no clue what I'm going to do after Namco Museum. I actually genuinely have no clue. It'll probably be... I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see by that point. I love this song. Yeah. I mean, that is one thing that is true. You know, people don't... Not everyone who... No, okay, what I'm saying is not everyone who knows what bits are understands what bits are. But I still think they get the basic reasons why different 8-bit systems graphics look different, you know? No, it's okay. I just... I mean, yeah, I guess 2 people who have never heard of bits before, which, I mean, you know, we're long past that. I mean, we're a quarter of a century past that, pretty much. I blanked out for a second. I'm distracted by the "I'm Your Friend" song. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the only people who would even see that video are people who already know. So I don't know. I mean, if you're into retro games, you know what bits are. Like that just comes with the territory. But yeah, not everyone like understands them. There you got the little packets or whatever they're called. Your little friends, your little friendos. I love this song because it's so goofy sounding. I'm your friend. Anyways, this, yeah, as I was saying before, this thing looks like a puka. So I think it's just like a... What did that do? Oh! That summoned the scary Pac-Man thing. Yeah, I don't know why Shadow Labyrinth quick rant. I don't know why Shadow Labyrinth needed to introduce like another scary Pac-Man to the UGSF when there already is a scary Pac-Man in this game in Baraduke. Oh my, he ate them all. Oh no. No, he ate all my friends. Oh, he's gonna eat me next. Wait, you can touch him. Oh. That was kind of violent. Okay. I do like all the interactive elements in these museums, though. I will say, though, I don't know. I think it was mostly since Volume 3, the museums have gotten less and less museum-like, which, honestly, I don't know how to feel about that. You know, it does allow for, like, more creative opportunities, but for more creative designs, but I don't know. In? Okay, I don't know where I went in. Yeah, once again, we're getting into deep conversations here. Okay. What was the... Okay, what's the... I need... Okay. I really hope the person... I don't remember their name, that kept giving me hints for the past few Namco Museum streams. I hope they join back in, because I have no clue what this room is supposed to be. Like, I feel like I can go in there. Like, can I jump? Well, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, at least it's not just a menu, you know. It's in a little snow globe here. That's kind of interesting. Is this the only game in the entire Namco Museum series on the PS1 that has like a game like encased in something? I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't know, like a reverse example of that Felix the Cat situation would be like the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. When that's the Legend of Zelda collection, basically. But, yeah. That's a very demeaning comment while you're literally watching a video game stream. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm your friendo. Anyways, I love this game. This game is awesome. Bloop. Blue. Get my friendos. Then go in here. And I didn't get anything. Boo, 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 boo. Ah. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Losing some shield. Blue. Ah. Oh my lord. Okay, I died on the second floor of Baraduke. That's not good. Oh my lord, what? No, 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 no. This is not real. You cannot get stuck. Okay, I thought... Okay, I'm having a hard time with the controls for some reason. This came out before Metroid. I genuinely think this game influenced Metroid. Anyways, let's try that again. I've been doing poorly at this because people are coming here. People are being annoying in the chat again. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know the non-cringe way to say it. It's like the Dreamcast stream all over again. Now my mood is kind of getting ruined. A little bit. Oh yeah. The recoil. Oh my lord. Ah! Jeez! Okay, I never have problems with this game. Okay, I just left the room without killing everything. Whatever. I mean, Alien's definitely inspired... Well, actually, no. Alien definitely inspired this game and Metroid 2. There's the freaky Pac-Man thing. I don't actually know what it's called, but yeah. There's a creepy Pac-Man in this game. I'm not very good at... Oh my lord. I'm not very good at introducing these games to people. Ah! Okay, get him, get him, get him, get him. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? It's like an anvil dropped on my head. Okay. I never have problems with this game. Oh yeah, Kissy. That's the name of your character. Also known as Dig Dug's baby mama. An ex-wife. Also, I should talk about this game someday. There's going to be a sequel to Starblade that actually starred one of their children. And it was like in a realistic, you know, Starbladey. It was made in 2001. It was, oh jeez. It looked like a thing from Galaga. Oh my. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this game today. I guess because I was putting... Oh, you can shoot the things. Okay. Okay, I'm... Are you talking about the Windows Dig Dug game? Anyways, I really wish I knew the secret to this. I'm actually... If that one person doesn't come into chat, I'm actually going to look this up. Yeah, I don't know why I started having a real hard time with Baraduke. All of a sudden, I'm usually pretty good at Baraduke, but no. Yeah, what was the window? Oh, the mobile one. Yes, I know what Toho is. Trust me, I'm very familiar with what Toho is. Okay, not very familiar, but as a guy who talks about shoot 'em ups a lot, yes, I know what Toho is. And you know what? The more and more people ask me to talk about it, the less and less I want to talk about it. I mean, I'm not implying you're bugging me to talk about it, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's it being like basically the most popular. Also, there's a friendo. Once again, the things on the drawings on the wall, the characters moving around, it's like it's all too much. I miss my old liminal space. There's a Puka. My old liminal space vibes. But yeah, Toho, I'd rather talk about more obscure things. I have nothing against Toho though, at all. It's just I have no interest in talking about it. Dragon Spirit. That looks like Spyro. Like that, I know it's a purple dragon in a PS1 game, so, you know, that's one thing. But like, come on. That kind of looks like Spyro. Also, why did it make an elephant noise? I'm not, okay. My brain has been fried by, the little argument you guys started to get into there about the... I should have never even brought up that video, I guess. Oh yeah, I really like this room, actually. I forgot about this room. Yeah, this brings back those liminal space vibes, definitely. Like, this is kind of creepy. Yeah, my brain is fried. I'm playing Dragon Buster. Like I said, earlier, because of how this particular museum is laid out, I guess, you know, we're just gonna go, just in the order they want me to go, I guess. Yeah, I saw the new Spyro remake thing. Oh. It's the ending! With the music. I love that crappy PS1 presentation. Look at them. Look at them float towards each other unnaturally. Yeah, there you go. And it's closed forever until you leave the room. Now it's really creepy liminal space vibes. Alright, why is the lighting more bright on this side than it is on this side? Whatever. Anyways, let's play the game. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick. Okay, yeah. I think Dragon Spirit. Okay. My opinion on Dragon Spirit. I gotta say, it's not as positive as most other people's. Also, loading. I don't dislike Dragon Spirit, but before Dragon Spirit, Namco tended to innovate with their shooting games, and Dragon Spirit doesn't really do anything new or innovative compared to those earlier games. So that's why I don't think as highly of Dragon Spirit as other people. It's kind of just like, it plays just like Xevious. Like, I don't know, it feels weird for Namco to have made a game like this at the time when they were constantly innovating, but yeah. Anyways, here's the epic intro. This is actually well, technically in the NES version. It's complicated. It's not in the PC Engine version from what I remember though. Alright, get ready to mash the button. Because this doesn't even have like a sort of auto-fire like Xevious. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I don't like this game that much. I don't hate it. I just don't... I'd rather play Xevious than this, honestly. And that's even, like, ignoring, like... Honestly, there's other fantasy-based, even dragon-based shoot-'em-ups I'd played before this game. I don't know. Really hot takes here, but... Also, why did the game, like... Why is it, like, freezing and, like... Okay. It's, like, freezing and loading and all this weirdness. There we go. 2 heads. And, oh my lord. I am having a tough time. It's not like Twinbee, it's like Xevious, because it's Namco. Okay, I am having a harder time at these games right now. It's probably because I am really hot right now. Usually I don't turn a fan on during these streams because, you know, the mic picks it up, but I don't know, I might have to turn a fan on. Oh, Lord. This was after Twinbee. This came out a whole 2 years after Twinbee. Okay. Really wants me to input a name. No. Nothing. Yeah, Xevious is the game that that whole ground bombing thing came from. I don't know. I can do pretty good at the PC Engine version, but not this game. I don't know. I'm doing terribly at these games right now. I mean, I did bad at a game I like. And like Metro Cross, I expected to be bad at that. I don't know what... Ugh. I just got bad vibes today. I went into this with a very positive attitude. People who were here since the beginning, if you're still here. And now I'm in a bad mood. I'm running through these games like really quick too, compared to how I usually do it. It's not good. This, hello. Yeah, this stream is not... I expected this stream to go much better, but I don't know. I'm in a bad mood, and I'm really hot right now. But... And we're literally already on the last game. The Legend of Valkyrie, with its lazy... little picture right here. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Whoa. Okay, once again, this one does not feel very much like a museum, but I love it. The Valkyrie museum here. You're basically walking, looking for Valkyrie. See ya, NES Mario 1, 2, 3. Where's Valkyrie? There she is. Wake up. Hello, Valkyrie. Leave me alone. I gotta go to sleep. What's up there? You okay? You good? Oh, she's really trying to not fall asleep. Anyways, here's Zandra's family. What is Zandra's species called? Is it called Zandra's? What are you saying? I gotta dub over this. Oh, they're so kawaii. Stop looking up at the sky. There's nothing up there. There's a big cloud. There's the sun that has a different color around the texture. Look at that. You can clearly see that. That's awful. Yeah, I really like the... once again, I kind of complained... I don't know. I'm kind of split on the... Like I said earlier, I'm split on the choice to make the museums less museum-like, starting with Volume 3. What is this? What did I do? Oh no! Valkyrie's gone. Okay, do you get to see a little animation? Hold on, let me... Oh! She's in a tree now. Oh, she moved again. Where is she? Oh, she's over here now. Sleeping, sitting on a log, or sleeping on it, I don't know. I don't think they're cacti, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very split on the decision to make the museums less museum-like and just make them like the actual fantasy worlds, but... Once again, this is insane. Like, imagine showing this to the like, it's insane how much these games evolved in just, you know, less than 2 years. Because, like, imagine showing all this to the developers of Volume 1. Anyways, I'm gonna dub over what they say here. Oh, hello, I'm the guy, and there was this thing, it was like, ah, and then I went and I shook my head, and this is my wife right here, and my child, and we're so kawaii. Okay, what I mean by museum is, like, it could be, like, an actual, like, place in a museum. Like, it feels like a place inside of a building. Like, this feels like it's clearly trying to capture the spirit of, like, the actual, you know, fantasy world in the game. Whereas, like, in the older, like, you know, like, the Pac-Man museum in the first game, like, there's clearly, like, the sky around Pac-Man's house is clearly just, like, a painted wall, you know? And they kind of got rid of that vibe in Volume 3, which, like, gets rid of the charm, but on the other hand, you know, it does allow for more creative museum designs here, so, yeah. Anyways, I guess we're not ending on a very strong note because of how these games are laid out. I mean, I don't dislike this game, but I'm not the biggest. This is like another sort of attempt at a console-like game, but it definitely goes over much better than Return of Ishtar from the previous. Yeah. So, yeah, once again, they did not translate this one, just like Genpei Tomaden from the last one as well. But they did. I don't know. They were very lazy. This is very lazy. Like, they didn't translate the title, but they did translate the title. Also, the Namco thing cuts off at the end there. That's... And then that changes resolution. I don't know. This localization is pretty terrible, honestly. Like, they did not care about, like, the little Legend of Valkyrie door. Just putting the title at the bottom of the game. Like, that's just... Ugh. Anyways, this is kind of, sort of, a remake. I mean, at least they did translate the rest of the game. But I don't know why... Why did they not make a new logo? Like, I just don't get that. But, scaling. This game is like kind of, sort of a remake of the Famicom. This is a franchise that like first started on the Famicom. And this is kind of a remake of the Famicom Valkyrie no Boken. But this is still kind of its own game. It's kind of like a run and gun kind of thing, mixed with an action-adventure game. But, you know, some of the action-adventure is, like, toned down for the arcades. Also, there's platforming in a top-down game, and, yeah, it goes over about as well. This is really my main issue with this game. I hate the platforming. I just can't stand it. You stubborn kid, where's the seed? Who are you? I'll show you who I am. I'll destroy whoever stands in my way. No, you won't. Okay. You're doing an awfully good job at destroying me. Ah! Okay, I couldn't even see the edge of the screen because they didn't... I think they cropped it incorrectly for the Namco Museum version. I will say, I love this game's, like, art style. Thank you, Valkyrie! Come to my home! Okay. It's not very safe. Ah! Ah! Stop it! The local is... Oh, really? The notes are bad, too? I can't read. Here's the sword of light to show my appreciation. Please help Baba-sama, who lives at the end of the village. Bow, 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 bow. Look, I got a stronger sword. Ah. Ah! Trees! Ints! There's a tree. Attack that tree. Hello, little dude. Hello, may I help you? Which item would you like, Valkyrie? I recommend this mighty 3-directional shot. But I can't. I thought I had 200 gold. I think you lose gold when you get hit. I don't know. Look, you can walk in people's houses. This is an arcade game, reminder. You've come a long way. Jesus. I give to you the magical power, transmitted from generation to generation. Oh, I have magical power. Look, I don't know. This game is cute. It's very charming. Why does she have a sword? Because the original Famicom game was a Zelda clone, basically. That's basically why. It is funny, the graphics in the original Famicom game, she has like black hair and like purple clothing, but her character design was always meant to be like basically these Link colors. Once again, not a fan of the platforming here. There we go. It's not the worst thing ever, but you know, still not a very good idea. And yeah. Anyways, here's the boss. And I'm gonna die, yeah, okay. Because I was looking back and forth at the chat. And then I can just respawn. And then get hurt again. Let me get all this gold. Oh my god, I only got 60 gold. They took the golden seed back. Well, where was Zandra this whole time? The wind fairy said, "Sink the golden seed in the North Spring." That's the only way to save this world. I didn't know what I was talking as there. And then we go to the underworld, and then I gotta just want to stop playing the game. Bye me. We'll end it here. I think I showed off enough of the game. Actually, boy. Ugh. Hey, yeah, there we go. No. Anyways, let's rank the games. I don't like the top floor games very much. Like I said, I think Valkyrie no Boken is actually a pretty good game. It's just kind of ruined by the platforming. But Dragon Spirit is honestly at the bottom. I think it's an overrated game. Because honestly, it's just the start of Namco not being as innovative as they once were. Then above that, I'll put Valkyrie. It definitely would have gone higher if it weren't for the platforming. Then Metro Cross. That's just a fun game. Then above that, I put Pac-Mania. And then at the very top, I gotta go with Baraduke. Even though I did not play that game very well. Anyways, this honestly was a lot shorter than I was expecting. I thought I was gonna this was gonna be spread across 2 hours, but you know what? Maybe I won't have to do a separate stream where I rank all of the museums. So you know what? I'm gonna go real quick and I will be right back and we can go ahead and do that on this stream. All right, I'm back. Okay, I don't know where I read this, but I think didn't Zune get his name from Zuntata? Like the Taito band? I don't know. Today is weird. We've got a very different chat. I would have expected to see like the same people streaming at the same time that I usually do on the same day, but no, this is very different, and I'm kind of gotta adjust to it. Okay, I don't think there are extras in this one. I never figured that Easter egg out. Just vibing eating chicken. Nice. I'm gonna have to look up that Baraduke Easter egg. Unfortunately, because that one person is not here. Because there has to be an Easter egg in that little room in the Baraduke Museum. And then after that, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and rate the museums all together. Cheats for... Okay, I cannot find cheats for Namco Museum Volume 5. Well, this sucks. I do not know how to access that extra little room in the Baraduke. I cannot find anything. Well, this sucks. Okay, maybe that person will come back. Maybe maybe one of you knows, but I do not know what the deal is in this room. So I am just going to move on. I guess we're gonna go right to the end and rank all the museums. Yeah. All right. All right, this stream ended much shorter than I expected. I did not think it was gonna go on this short, but yeah. Anyways. All right. Hold on. All right. I'm getting things set up for me to rank all of the museums. All right. Bop. All right, it should be back now. All right. Here we are. So what I'm going to do instead of like just you know, going and playing the games again, going through every museum, because that would take a long time. Instead, I'm going to skim through my streams in order to look back at the museums, and we'll rank them that way. Yeah, flashbang with the white. Hold on, how do I turn on dark mode? Appearance device theme. Use dark. There we go. That's better. Okay. I'm a dark mode person. Okay, I gotta watch out. How much am I exposing right now? Okay, nothing really. Let me check again. just to make sure. The time on this computer is wrong. All right. All right. Well, let's start. Okay, we have ads too. I apologize, people. Um, Also, I'm gonna turn the volume off so we can just look at these. Um, okay, is this gonna be chat for my stream showing up on the side? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's look at the museums. I'm gonna have my little notepad on the side so I can rank all of these. Which was the first one we went to in the first game? Okay, this took a while. The first game, we started off with Pac-Man. This is the old chat. I'm goofy. Okay, so the Pac-Man. Once again, this is what I was talking about. Like, you can see the clearly like painted on background on the walls. The Pac-Man Museum. Pretty good one. I'm sponsored by Aldi's. Aldi's nuts. Yeah. Yeah, Pac-Man. That is yeah, that's a good one. All right. Toy Pop. Yeah, this one's pretty weak. The reflection thing was probably really cool in 1995, but that was done in so many games afterwards, and it's just a lame, empty room. I mean, literally, you just saw for a bit there that it was just a white void for a bit there. So, yeah. All right, what was the next game I did? Oh yeah, okay. People really didn't like this one because of the screen warping. I remember people were complaining about it. Um yeah, Bosconian. Um yeah, the texture warping, I don't know. There's a good idea there. The texture warping kind of ruins it, I will say. Probably better than Toy Pop though, cuz at least it tried something instead of nothing. Um yeah. Hey, this is back when I played the game semi-competently, right? They were competent, right? Okay, good lord. Okay, Ridge Racer. This one's charming. It's all right. Not as good as Pac-Man, I will say. Yeah, Ridge Racer. It's a good one. I like the little people in the crowd. They look like little Katamari Damacy people. Yeah. Did I say Ridge Racer? Pole position. Do I have a brain tumor? Jesus. Okay, pole position is what I meant to say. I don't even know what made me say. I was just thinking Namco racing game. Yeah, pole position. My bad. And then, yeah. Then we have Galaga. Galaga. This is great. This is fantastic. That's a good one. This is probably the best one of Volume 1. Okay, while I'm writing down these rankings, I should probably put what volume they're in next to them. So, yeah. So we can see exactly where everything ranks. But yeah, this is super cool. You get to see the ship. Pretty neat. Rally X. Okay, I do like the flowers. I wonder if that no, the flowers were in the original game. Um, it's all right. Not quite as good as it has that liminal charm though. But I don't know. I kind of like the pole position museum a little bit better. So Rally X is going underneath pole position. Yeah. Okay, I gotta make this font bigger so I can see it. Hold on. On the thing I'm writing on. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my. Oh, I can only make a list if it's in the small font. Okay. And my little notepad on my laptop that I'm writing the rankings on. Okay, so for volume 1, the rankings of the museums are Toy Pop at the bottom because it's literally just nothing pretty much. Bosconian because it's kind of ugly. Then Rally X, it's all right. Pole Position is all right. I like it a little bit better than Rally X. I don't know. I might like the Rally X one more. You know what? I like the Rally X one more now that I think about it. And then above Rally X would be Pac-Man. And then number 1 is Galaga. Might be the best of the whole thing. Of all of the Namco museum. Might be the best museum in the entire series. I don't know. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. I also played Volume 2 in the same stream. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at the intros. You know, we can do that afterwards. I said I was going to do that. All right, Super Pac-Man. I think that's what we started with. Super Pac-Man, that one's very charming. I like it a lot. I actually might like it more than the Pac-Man one. Once again, this is back when they still look like museums. Also, lots of effort went into this. Unlike that Valkyrie localization. Who's your favorite Namco character? No, it's okay. I mean, you missed me playing Volume 5, but now we're ranking all of the museums. I've been asked this question before. I don't remember my stock answer to what's my favorite Namco character. I was asked this in like a Q&A I did at the end of last year. That's, you can find it in my community posts. But yeah, Super Pac-Man I like better than the Pac-Man museum in the first one, honestly. Then next, what was next? Okay, Dragon Buster. Dragon Buster. It's cool. There's not a whole lot. Looking back on it after having played like, 3, 4, and 5. Honestly, not that cool. The music's good from what I remember. There is no music. I didn't want to talk over myself. Like, do you guys want to listen to this? Do you want to listen to me talking over me? Does that sound like a good time? Okay, I stopped talking there, but regardless, yeah. Dragon Buster, it's going above Bosconian. Definitely. What was the next one? Mappy. That's a good one. Mappy honestly has I love the screenshots from the opening in the Mappy Museum. I honestly think like the characters moving around in Volume 5, was kind of very similar to this Mappy Museum. I like the Mappy Museum though. So do I like it, or I like it better than Pac-Man, not better than the Super Pac-Man Museum. So I'll put it below that, but yeah. Anyways, hold on, let me look back at. Okay. Yeah, because there's no music, there's no sound in the background. Um All right, Xevious. This one kind of sucks, honestly. Not a big fan of this one. But I guess it makes more sense to have it inside the little thing instead of being like out in an open field or something. But honestly, as a big fan, I'm disappointed. So I'm going to put it below Dragon Buster, in between Dragon Buster and Bosconian. And then G Plus. I honestly, okay. I guess this is like better looking than Bosconian, but this is lazier looking than Bosconian. I don't know. It's a little more creative than the Xevious and Dragon Buster ones, though. So I'll put G Plus above Dragon Buster, in between Dragon Buster and Pole Position, just for the sheer creativity of it. And then what was next? Grobda. Yeah. I actually like this one a lot. Put it in between Mappy and Pac-Man. So below Mappy, but above Pac-Man. I like this one. And then we got the Cutie Q one, so let's just skip to that. Yeah, this is peak liminal vibes. Very honestly, without the music, gives off some creepy vibes. I like it though. It resembles the game, which I think a lot of these don't really try to do. So yeah, honestly, I think I like the Super Pac-Man one better. I like this one. It's not, the Mappy one's definitely more ambitious. I like the music. You know what? I'll put it above Grobda, but below Mappy. So yeah. So for volume 2, at the bottom is Xevious. It's just nothing. Dragon Buster is also nothing. G Plus is kind of lazy, but there's the concept with you being sucked up by the tractor beam. Grobda is pretty good. Cutie Q is pretty good. Mappy's pretty good. I like Super Pac-Man the most out of the Volume 2 museums, which is funny because it was just an addition for the Western versions. Yeah. What's your favorite Namco game from your childhood? I mean, I guess Pac-Man. I did like Pac-Man the most as a child. I would play Galaga. Honestly, wasn't really into Galaga. I like the music and the vibe of Galaga more than I like playing the actual game itself when I was younger. But now that I'm older, I absolutely love Galaga. As you guys saw during this stream, like what most of my time was spent playing Galaga, like out of all the games. Like, look at this. It's a pretty long span of playing Galaga. But yeah, my favorite, I was a normie as a kid. My favorite was Pac-Man. I was not based in Xevious Pilled yet. And then I liked Dig Dug as a kid, but not as much as I do now. I've grown more of an appreciation for these games, but yeah. Yeah, I'd say Galaga is in both Volume 1 and 2, I'd say Galaga still had the best museum. Where was it? I literally just had it. Okay, yeah. This was pretty cool. Best museum in the series. So far, going through this ranking. Now we're gonna go to Volume 3. And once again, I apologize for the ads. Yeah. You know what? You know what? I can just do that. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Oh. Anyways. Galaxian. This one's cool. I like it. It's not as crazy as the Galaga one. I like it. I'd put it. I'd put it pretty high, but not like crazy high. Yeah, Galaxian is going above Grobda, but below QDQ. I still like the vibe of QDQ a lot. The QDQ Museum. Miss Pac-Man. I kind of like how you get both the outside of the house and the inside of the house. So in that case, I think it's kind of better than the Volume 1 museum. Also, it still looks like a museum, even though, like, you know, at this point, let's go back to the Galaxian one. Like, good Lord. Goodness gracious. Where was it? Yeah, like a lot of the museums don't look like museums anymore at this point. Like it's like you're genuinely in space, but like, you know, I like how the Pac-Man one still looks like a room. To be fair, part of that may have just been Namco or Tosei, whoever developed these, being lazy and just reusing assets. But yeah, I like this one a lot because you get the house and the inside of the house, unlike the original Pac-Man museum. The characters look a little weird. I don't like Miss Pac-Man's weird legs, but I do like the little Easter egg. There we go. There we go. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Let me show it off. Show it off again. Go in there, Pac-Man. Look at him. Yeah, Pac-Man on the toilet. That is Somebody said last stream that it was Pac-Man on the toilet. And I was like, that's not Pac-Man. Yeah, that was Pac-Man on the toilet. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, yeah, I like this one a lot. Would I put it above the Super Pac-Man one? I don't know. I like the drunk ghosts. I don't know. I like this one. You know what? I'll put Miss Pac-Man above Mappy, but below Super Pac-Man. And let me look back at chat. Hold on. Yeah, I think Tosei developed at least one of these Namco museum games. Hold on, let me check. Okay, Volume 1 was developed by Namco, apparently. Okay, no, Volume 3 was developed by Now Production. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was developed by Now Production. Okay. Anyways, back to looking at the museums. The Jiraga one. Okay, I remember this one. The cool Easter egg. Being told the cool Easter egg. I was like getting the OG Drew. Okay, yeah, my controller disconnected. The original Tower of Jiraga experience by having somebody tell me a little secret. Yeah, I love the little Easter eggs. I love seeing the fight with Jiraga, and I love the room with Jiraga on his own. Where is it? Did I not show that? There is no way. There is no way. There is no way. There is no way. There it is. Okay, yeah. It's awesome. I will say, once again, this is what I was talking about earlier, though, where this does not feel like a room in a museum anymore. This just feels like I'm in the actual world of the game. But I do not care because it is cool. So this is going like right below Galaga. Um, yeah, this is the second best one so far. Probably the best of Volume 3. But, let's look at the rest. I don't remember what else. Okay, what was this again? I don't remember what. I don't even. It was pole position 2, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Staff only, keep out, and you can't go in that room. Yeah, pole position 2. I like the color scheme. Honestly, I kind of like this one better than. I'll put it between. I'll put it above Rally X, but below Pac-Man. You know what? Since we're here, let's also rank all the games, because why not? Since I'm ranking all the museums, why not rank the games alongside the museums? Uh, Fozone or Fozon or whatever. I actually like this one a lot too. Volume 3's got some bangers on it. I like the test chamber vibe. Yeah. Okay, I got out of there quickly. But yeah, that's going above Super Pac-Man but below Druaga. This one, Dig Dug. I remember the Dig one. I like the remix of the Dig Dug music. Fine. It's cool. It's a cool, I guess, semi-realistic rendition of the Dig Dug world. Honestly, though, probably the weakest out of all the Volume 3 ones, which Volume 3 had very good museums, honestly. These are all very good, I'd say. Not a weak one of the bunch like there were in Volume 1 and Volume 2. I spent some time in the other little areas of this game. So, yeah, for Volume 3, my ranking is Dig Dug, Pole Position 2, Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Fozon, and Druaga. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty good ones. And now let's look at Volume 4 before we look at this very stream. Okay, I keep forgetting. You guys don't want to see that. You guys don't want to see ads. Um, all right, which game did I choose for Volume 4? All right, this one. What is this one? Again, it's another. How do I not recognize this? Oh, it's Return of Ishtar. I like this one. They went a little overboard on the red. Honestly, this is rough. This is rough. I do like some of the style here. I'm putting it between Dig Dug and Pole Position 2. Honestly. They went a little overboard on the red there. On the red filter over everything. I already know in like my actual game ranking that Ishtar will be at the bottom. Because that is the most baffling. They could have picked literally any other classic Namco game, but they chose the Return of Ishtar, which, yeah, I don't think that was the right choice. But anyways, Genpei Tomaden, which we're looking at right now, this one's fantastic. I love this one. Actually, this one's really good. This one is going like above Druaga and below Galaga. Yeah, I like this one. I like it. Capture once again. It's like QDQ, except even better because it captures the vibe of the game very well, and I do like the vibe of that game. Um, Ordine. Okay, we finally outdone Galaga. I will say, Galaga definitely. What I was talking about earlier with like the museum vibe, where it feels like a room in a museum. Galaga definitely does that a little better, but I don't know. I like the Ordine room too much. So yeah, we're going Ordine. Um yeah. Hold on. No, I'm looking at you. You see the chat on here. What do you think about the Atari 2600? Um honestly think I do like I like it. I don't know what to say. I feel like there's a lot less games that are still worth playing nowadays though compared to future consoles, which like yeah, that's a basic take, but yeah, the technology just wasn't there. You know, it's 1977 technology, but yeah. Um yeah, Ordine is going at the top of the rank. I didn't even make it into the there it is. Here's the actual Ordine Museum. Love it. Yeah, the Ordine Museum is at the top of the ranking. Um, all right, what is this one? This is Pac. Okay, I had so much fun with Pac-Land. Pac-Land is going right below it, honestly. Um, there was just so much in Pac-Land. Yeah, this one's great. This out of all the museums, this one definitely had the most effort put into it. That's for sure. Um, I spent a very long time in Pac-Land. Um, okay, this is when I was put on my little Sega rant during Assault. Assault's pretty cool. It gives off the same vibe as Dig Dug, but I actually like it. I like it more. I'll put it above QDQ. I don't know. I don't like the music very much. It's kind of goofy. I'll put it above Galaxian, but below QDQ. Yeah, that seems right. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. This one's actually kind of hard to rank. It's kind of weaker in comparison to the other Volume 4 museums, but yeah. All right, so my Volume 4 ranking, which Volume 4 only had 5 games, the last two only have 5 games. Ishtar at the bottom, you know, once again, they overdid it with that red there. Then Assault, then Genpei Tomaden, then Pac-Land and Ordine, which is at the top of the ranking so far. So let's look at the ones we're looking at now. Now I'm looking at Extremeception. Hold on, I'm gonna wait until this catches up. Yeah, the museums, like remakes of these museums would be awesome. All right, here we are. Yeah, we're at Streamception. It's not gonna follow me exactly though. Is that yeah. Um anyways, let's go back to the stream. Metro Cross, this one has a few fun things in it. Like tripping over the cans and all that. Also you get to see Metro Cross guy do stuff in the background. It's fine. Uh Putting it pretty low though. I'll put it above Pole position 1. No. No. I'll put it above G plus, but below pole position. Yeah. All right, what is this? Oh. The Pac-Mania one, it felt like they were kind of running out of ideas by the time they hit this one. This one is probably the weakest Pac-Man museum, but I like all the little references they packed in here. It's cool. Actually, I'd probably put it like right above the first Pac-Man museum, which was just kind of made redundant by the Miss Pac-Man museum, kind of just doing the same design but better. So yeah, it's going above Pac-Man but below Grobda. Um, all right. The Baraduke one. See, I feel weird ranking this one because I didn't get to see it all. But I'd put it right around the middle. So between Pac-Mania and Grobda. I put it like right above Pac-Mania. So yeah. I hope this part of the stream is interesting. I'll read out the full thing. I guess reading out the full thing wouldn't be as interesting as seeing it. Okay, Dragon Buster. Love this one. Out of all the this is probably my favorite music. No. Yeah, this is one of my favorites though. I don't like the top floor games in Volume 5 as much, but I do like the top floor museums a lot. Of course, this has that weird lighting glitch that you literally just see that back there. Like there's light on that side and then there's like less, like it's weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know. It's weird. Um, I actually like the interactivity here. Yeah, this one's good. Dragon Buster's I'm putting it pretty high. I'm putting it above Druaga, but below Ginpei Tomaden. And then the Valkyrie Museum. That one's fun. It felt like they were trying to recapture the fun of the Pac-Land Museum kind of. But I like it. I'll put it above the Dragon Buster, but below Ginpei Tomaden. All right. So my final ranking of all the museums combined in the Namco Museum series is at 29, Toy Pop. That is the crappy one that is literally just nothing. It is literally just a white void with the two main characters in like a cabinet or whatever. Really sucks. Then 28, Bosconian. Really ugly with the texture warping. 27, Xevious. Yeah. Yeah, there's just nothing going on. I'm sorry, I keep blanking out. 26, Dragon Buster. That one was kind of lame. There was nothing. The music is really good. The music really carries that one. 25, G plus. That's the one where you're getting sucked in by the tractor beam. And there's really nothing else to it. 24, Metro Cross. It's all right. The interactivity is kind of just... It feels forced. Pole position 1, I like this one. Not much else to say. Rally X, perfect example of a liminal vibe there. Dig Dug, that one's good. Honestly, I should probably put Dig Dug below Rally X, actually. Yeah, you know what? Moving it back around, Dig Dug is going below Rally X. Number 20, Return of Ishtar. I would have liked this one better if they had toned down the red. Pole Position 2 at number 19. I don't know. I like the vibe. It has a little bit better than the first. I like the color scheme. Can you guys hear me? At number 18 is Pac-Man. It was pretty good, but I like the Miss Pac-Man one lets you go in the house, so I feel like the novelty is kind of lost because, you know, it was done twice, and the second time I feel it was a little better. Number 17, Pac-Mania 5. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm brain dead. Every time I stream, I start going brain dead by the end. I said Pac-Mania 5. I was looking at like the little 5 I had in parentheses for volume 5 to denote that it was volume 5. Pac-Mania. Yeah, that's at number 17. That's a cool one. Lots of cool Pac-Man references. But pretty weak as far as the Pac-Man museums go. Then number 16 is Bosconian, which had that really ugly texture warping. But Bosconian. Wait, what? I put Bosconian. Oh my. What was it? Baraduke. Why did I call Baraduke? I was just thinking of Namco games that start with a B. This is a disaster. Jesus. Okay. Baraduke is at number 16. Oh my lord. Number 15, Grobda. I like that little factory. It's cool. Once again, liminal space vibes. 14, Galaxian. More cool liminal space vibes. 13, Assault. I said this when I was in that museum. It reminds me of like old Lego boxes, you know? QDQ. Like probably the peak of liminal spaces. Mappy. I like that one. I like the music. It's cool. Miss Pac-Man at number 10. In the top 10, Miss Pac-Man. That's a good museum. I do think it's kind of weird how like Miss Pac-Man and the dog and Pac-Man himself are like slaves of the museum. They like literally live there, but you know, it's weird to think about. Number 9, Super Pac-Man, the one with all the drunk ghosts. I enjoyed that one. Number 8, Fozon. I like the little vibe of you being like watched as like a test subject or something. Number 7, Druaga, just for all the secrets. And I mean, just the main museum with like the giant Druaga is really awesome. Number 6, Dragon Buster. Really cool. Number 5, Legend of Valkyrie. I like going around exploring like this. Here it is right here. I don't know. It just has like a fun, whimsical vibe. It's very cute. You have all the characters there. Yeah, I like that one. Number 4, Genpei Tomaden. It captures the vibe of the game perfectly, I think. Number 3, Galaga. That's definitely the best of the early ones. Number 2, I'm going to swap it around. Number 2 is Ordine. Just because, I don't know, it's very unlike all the other ones. And number 2 is Pac-Land, just because I find the interactivity so much fun with that one. So yeah, that's my ranking of the museums. Um, so yeah, if you've never played these, if this is your first of these Namco Museum streams you're watching, I guess I'd recommend Volume 4, so you can play the Pac-Land and Ordine museums, because they're really cool. Um, anyways, now I guess it's time to rank the games, because I ranked the museums, so why not rank the games? Um, I need to. Huh. I wonder what to put on in the background while I'm thinking about this. Because I'm going to need to think hard about this. You know what? I'll put up a short little preview of my next video while we're waiting for this. All right. Is it? All right. So, Earthbound is an interesting game. Since you're watching this video, I assume you're already very familiar with Earthbound. And one of the weirdest things about Earthbound is its final boss and the story behind it. Once again, I'm assuming anyone who decided to watch a video with this title already knows about this, and I'm not here to talk about Earthbound. I'm using it to transition into what I actually am talking about in this video, not only regarding the topic of games with weird final bosses, but what I find more fascinating about Earthbound. No other game has been earthbounded. What I mean is that for some time, the game remained a hidden gem outside of Japan, but has since become a staple of retro game discussion. There have been some other games that are pretty obscure and have received cult classic status and or a second evaluation, but no game has ever really gotten the same treatment as Earthbound, where it ended up becoming one of the first games you bring up when you talk about the era it came from. In fact, I think there's some people watching this video who are probably too young to remember a time when Earthbound wasn't one of the most discussed games of the 1990s. Now, I'm not here to discuss why this happened. It's likely for a variety of reasons, such as the mere fact that it was a game published by Nintendo that was officially released outside of Japan, or the fact that NES became a mainstay of Super Smash Bros. But what I want to know is what games you wish got the same treatment as Earthbound. What's a game that may not be particularly obscure, but you think deserves to be brought up with the greatest of its era and be a mainstay in that conversation? Because for me, two of the first games I think of are Blazing Lasers and Gunnak. Now, I already know there will be a few people watching this video who will be quick to comment that these games aren't obscure, but they aren't the target audience of this video. And besides, objectively speaking, they're pretty obscure. Blazing Lasers is one of the most popular TurboGrafx-16 games. So yeah, pretty obscure. Gunnak is a game that only has a cult following and is so rare copies go for absurd prices, at least for the more well-known NES version. So yeah, these games may be cult classics, but they haven't reached that Earthbound level, and honestly probably never will. I just wish they did, because I think they're some of the best games of this time period. But enough being pedantic. Let me actually get into these games. Starting with Blazing Lasers, which was initially released in July of 1989 as Gunhead in
Japan. The game was developed by Compile, best known for creating the Puyo Puyo series. But before then, they were best known for creating scrolling shooters, which were primarily a genre aimed at arcades for home systems. They had a good working relationship with Toho, creating some games for their video game publishing division, such as the Godzilla NES game. Not the creepypasta one, the real one. It was through this relationship that Compile had attained the rights to create a game using the name of Toho's upcoming film, Gunhead. The game has literally nothing to do with the film other than the name and featuring the titular gunhead mech design in the intro. There was another game, a strategy game released a year later by Very that was based on the film for the Famicom though. Just a fun fact. Compile took the game to Hudson Soft, who helped develop it and published it, who were looking for a scrolling shooter to publish for their console, the PC Engine. Now it's time to explain something I've explained in like 6 or 7 different videos at this point because I can't stop talking about these games. In 1985, Hudson began hosting yearly summer caravan events where they would go across Japan and hold score competitions with their scrolling shooters for the Famicom. The first 3 were successful, but after the PC Engine came out, they decided to switch gears for the 1988 event, instead having the headlining game be their baseball game Power League. This proved to be an unpopular decision.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just realized earlier I accidentally said Dragon Buster instead of Dragon Spirit. Whatever. Anyways, I don't see what. Hold on, let me see what you guys were saying while that was running. I think we're good enough on that. Um, uh, um, anyways, I'm almost done with the list. Do 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 do. I don't know. I wasn't listening to the video while I was doing this. I just let it play, so I don't know what part you all got to, but yeah, that's a preview of my next video that's coming out Monday. Um, mm-hmm. All right, one more game. What was the game that I missed? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, goodness. I'm gonna need to look through the whole list again. I missed a game, apparently. All right. Oh, no, this is. Oh, no. I ranked all the Pac-Man games together pretty much on this list. What did I leave out? What did I leave out? There's one game missing from this list so far. Oh, it's Dragon Spirit. Of course I forgot Dragon Spirit. Yeah, I got confused Dragon Buster and Dragon Spirit, and then I forget Dragon Spirit. Just because they have similar titles. Okay. This is a mess. This is a mess. All right. Here I am. Here I am. I'm back. All right. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's all right. I may post these later in a community post for everyone who missed the stream. To anyone who just wants to preserve it. Um, but this is my ranking of all the games on all the Namco museums. I'm sorry I distracted everybody. Now get back in a Namco mood real quick. This is a Namco stream. I just wanted something to do to show you guys while I was doing that. So I was like, why not show everybody a preview of the video? But anyways, here is my ranking of the 29 games included in the PS1 Namco museums. You know, aside from Encore. At the bottom, we have Return of Ishtar. I already said this before. It's definitely the worst game of the bunch. Right above it, we have Grobda. Uh, yeah, it is not a very fun tank game. Uh, Namco made much better. Like, pretty much all of Namco's other tank games are much better. Number 27, this is going to make a few people mad, but, you know, I said while I was playing the game, I wasn't really a fan of how it was, of its style. Uh, Genpei Tomaden. I just didn't like how messy and all over the place that game was. Um, Number 26, Dragon Buster. It's a funny game, not a good game. Number 25, Tower of Draga. Yeah, it kind of just the definition of didn't age well. Phozon. Yeah, as you if you guys were in my Volume 4 stream, you would have seen me struggle with this one a little bit. Um, it doesn't. It's like a puzzle game that's too strict for me, and it's really rough. Um, Above that is Pole Position and Pole Position 2. I basically just put them together. I don't even know why they put them in separate collections too. Like that's really dumb, but yeah. Um, Above that is G Plus. I think it's easily the weakest of the original Galaxian Galaga G Plus trilogy. Um, Above it is QDQ. I didn't rank Bombi or whatever the other one that was on there was because I didn't play it when I played through all these. Um, then above QDQ is Dragon Spirit. Like I said, not as big of a fan of this game as other people. It is literally just gameplay wise Xevious again, pretty much. Like, yeah, there's the minor differences, but Namco's shooters were so innovative up to that point. Dragon Spirit, honestly, looking at it from the context of the time, it kind of sucks. Above it is Valkyrie no Densetsu. Fun game. Platforming really ruins it. It really drags it down. Speaking of platforming, we get into better games with Mappy above Valkyrie no Densetsu. Then above Mappy, I decided to put Assault. I know I had a rough time playing Assault during the Volume 4 stream, but Assault is a good game. I can definitely recognize a good game even if I have trouble playing it. Number 15 is Toy Pop. It's all right. It's kind of a weird game. It's weird, but it's also kind of basic feeling at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Number 14 is Metro Cross. Fun game. Number 13 is Ordyne. I definitely want to go back to that one. I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing Ordyne. Number 12 is Super Pac-Man. I pretty much ranked all the Pac-Man games together, so I ranked them in this order. Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Miss Pac-Man, and Pac-Mania. I don't know how unpopular that ranking is. Maybe some people would just rank Miss Pac-Man at the top, but I decided to go with Pac-Mania at the top, which I'll probably regret. I don't know. Pac-Mania and Miss Pac-Man are kind of interchangeable on this list for me. I didn't rank the two versions of Rally X separately, but at number 7, mainly based off of new Rally X, I put Rally X. Number 6, Baraduke. I know I had a rough go at it playing it for the stream, but yeah, I really like Baraduke. Number 5, Galaxian. Uh, yeah, once again, controversial pick. I think, I don't know, maybe this needs to be lower, but yeah. Number 4, Dig Dug. Number 3, honestly, the top 5 I'm not even going to explain. 5, Galaxian. Number 4, Dig Dug. Number 3, Xevious. Number 2, Galaga. Number 1, I decided to go with Bosconian. Bosconian might be the best Golden Age Namco game. My favorite game from each volume. 1 is Bosconian, 2 is Xevious, 3 is Dig Dug, 5 is Baraduke, looking at this list, and 4 was Pac-Land. So those are my favorite games from each volume, and I'd rank the volumes. I need to look back at volume 3. What was the game list for that? Yeah, I'd rank it 4 at the bottom. 4 was the experimental weird games, but I had fun. I don't know. I had fun with some of them, but you know, Pac-Land and Ordine, but the other ones, I mean, Assault is a good game, but I just didn't. I had struggled with it a little bit. Volume 4, you know, I respect them for having like a theme for one of these collections. That one was clearly like the gems collection, I guess. You know, it was the weird games. But I just feel it didn't lead to a lot of quality. Volume 4 is definitely the worst of the 4 in my opinion. And then above it, I put Volume 5. It's very much held up by Baraduke and Pac-Mania. Once again, shout out to Metro Cross though. Then I just say 3, 2, 1. I think 1 is definitely the best. They really wanted to knock it out of the park with 1, so they put like the best lineup of games. I mean, having Galaxy, Galaga, I mean, my top 2 games, Galaga and Bosconian. Yeah, that clearly like puts it up there quite a bit. Actually, I might swap around Volume 3 and you know what? Yeah, I'd swap around Volume 3 and Volume 2 because that's not even the best way to play Xevious on the PlayStation. So, yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's my ranking. I know some people, yeah, I don't have a lot of people watching right now because they probably just saw a black screen. But yeah, yeah, I need to save this list, I guess, for anyone who wants to see it. But yeah, that's my list. I guess to go through them quickly, my top museums list from bottom to top is Toy Pop, Bosconian, Xevious, Dragon Buster, Go Plus, Metro Cross, Pole Position, Dig Dug, Rally X, Return of Ishtar, Pole Position 2, Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Baraduke, Grobda, Galaxian, Assault, QDQ, Mappy, Miss Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Bozon, The Tower of Druaga, Dragon Buster, Valkyrie no Densetsu, Genpei Tomaden, Galaga, Ordine, and Pac-Land. And then my top games from bottom to top are The Return of Ishtar, Grobda, Genpei Tomaden, Dragon Buster, Druaga, Fozon, Pole Position 2, Go Plus, QDQ, Dragon Spirit, Valkyrie no Densetsu, Mappy, Assault, Toy Pop, Metro Cross, Ordine, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, Miss Pac-Man, Rally X, Baraduke, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Xevious, Galaga, and Bosconian. So that's my ranking. There we go. Oh, Lord. Well, I guess I'll see you guys again Monday. Um, the stream didn't end up quite as grand as I expected it would, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it off here. I'm sorry, most of the ending was a black screen. Um, but yeah, that's my ranking of the games. That's yeah. Um, yeah. I guess this is where I end the stream. I wanted to do something fun and extra, but honestly, I don't really have time. And yeah, I guess I'll sit here a little bit longer. I don't know. We're on YouTube right now. We can watch some goofy. You guys want to suggest goofy YouTube videos for me to watch? I guess I'll end things right here then. Good night, everybody. Good whatever time it is. I'm gonna let you guys go.